Garcia. With me, as always, is my good buddy, my good friend, my compatriot, my fucking compadre, Mr. Andrew Harris. I'm gonna just start this out by saying sorry. It has been a long day. We're recording this at the very end of the day, so if I seem a little bit, it's just because it's been hot.
Yeah.
Dealing with people all day today, and there you go. There it is. Oh man. So let's get into this, shall we? I think I got told something today that I was like, huh. So Mike Israel put out a new book not too long ago. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Someone actually pointed it out to me, so I was like, oh really? And he was like, oh yeah, they're apparently they used a lot of like AI to like write the book for them, and like, well, one, what did you run? Sorry. For those that are just listening, sorry. Where we're sitting at right now, there's a window that looks right outside, and there was a dude just like running.
Trying to catch the trolley.
I think he looked like he was trying to catch the trolley, but still though. It's just, it was just, that threw me off. Anyway, so, with that being said, AI book. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't know how you feel about it, but personally for me, I think, like, for someone who has definitely, like, take for instance, whenever I'm making my video, if I was making content and I made videos and stuff like that, instead of me, it was, like, super convenient to be able to just look over and be like, oh, there's a fucking whole write-out.
Yeah.
Like, the AI wrote out what I was talking about in this whole description. I'll just copy that, paste that in my caption. Apparently that's really bad. You're not supposed to do that. according to all the people that are like, no, don't use AI at all for anything. I'm like, okay.
No.
Same thing with script. So like, now mind you also too, you're not supposed to use AI because it is the truth. If you use AI, there is a chance that you're just like absolutely drying out the world's water supply and causing a bunch of stuff. Now, I will also say too that like it is a very convenient tool to use, especially if you're like trying to like, I can see Dr. Mike's what he was trying to do, which was probably like trying to get a like concise picture of his ideas to be able to like write out the book. Now, mind you, if someone really wanted to, they'd be like, hey, ChatGPT, go ahead and write me a 300-page book on this with that. And it really could. It could do that. However, at the same time, if I'm not mistaken, the ChatGPT, it will go off of stuff, like peer-reviewed stuff, but it'll also take a lot of like, what's the word for it?
It searches whatever database, so it searches everything out there. So you can tell it to search and bring up like peer-reviewed scientific articles, and it will. So it is actually pretty good for that. It's actually really good for like college research. If you want to be like, hey, this is what I need, it'll go and research all sorts of databases out there and find that for you. It'll give you the links, articles, everything like that, and actually break it all down. But yeah, like I don't like the overuse of it.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna write a book.
Yeah, like take for instance, right? Sorry to interrupt, but like take for instance, like for us, more times than not, I've used ChatGPT to kind of figure out like, okay, what topics should we talk about, because I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And but like, yeah, to utilize a lot of AI to actually like just to help you write your book is
the actual majority of the actual work in writing it. But the problem is, it's even beyond just that. There's like, James Patterson, novel writer.
Marvel writer.
Novel. he writes novels, he puts out like thrillers, stuff like that.
I've heard of that name.
He's literally one of the most popular fiction writers today.
I've heard that name. Yeah.
He's published hundreds of books at this point, like
Yeah.
hundreds. But what he does now is he has a team of writers writing the books, and then basically it goes through all the editing, everything, and then he has the final say on it. So he's not even writing; he's just putting his name on it. So there's a lot of that. So
That sounds incredibly fucking stupid.
yeah. So he just puts the final finishing touches on it, and he's like, all right, that's the next book.
Seems to me like, because like, mind you, then again at the same time, I like, so you have authors like that, and then I got a chance because of, so I for Max's, as a birthday gift for Max, Max's favorite book series is called Red Rising.
Yeah.
Right, so you have the Red Rising and all that, and so as a gift for his birthday, I got him a meet and greet and signing to meet with the author, and I can tell you right now that dude wrote every fucking word of those fucking books.
Yeah.
Mainly because again, like just like how eccentric he is. I was like, well, looking at how he was, and I was like, oh yeah, dude, you're definitely like. You know that meme of Charlie Day from Always Sunny when he like sitting there with like a pit board behind him and he's like all methed out and shit. Like
Yeah.
that's basically him during the time that he's like writing his novels.
Yeah.
And it's like it must be such a travesty for like authors like him to hear like other authors do that shit.
Yeah. So, well, that's where I think we're in a pivotal time right now with AI of like, it's kind of novel in like how we are in the entertainment creative world. So like we're kind of trying it out, seeing how it is, and like people are testing it. And I think we'll eventually come to a like point of like, I think with the creative, I think with the like artistic stuff, with writing, I think a lot of that we will kind of push back on the AI, because I hope so, that we'll embrace the human connection that is created when it's created from a human.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because like it's happening a lot in music. There's a lot of music that's AI written, AI even recorded. Like a lot of these popular artists, they literally can just, and like with Sora, I think Sora is a music creating app. You can literally just put your voice into it, and it'll make a song with your voice.
Well, folks,
So
there you have it.
but I think we'll be able to start to recognize like what's AI, what's not. I think that we'll start to reject it, which I've already kind of seen on social media. Like, it wasn't like what last year, I think. It was like you had all the like the memes of like the AI generated Sasquatch doing stupid stuff that kind of like blew over real quick. Like, it's kind of like you don't see that at all anymore. So it kind of like, oh, this is neat, cool. It's like popular for a little bit, but then it goes away.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's like there's certain things that AI can do, but then it can't. It can't get certain things down, right? But like to go off of that, there was a recently, I think at a movie festival, film festival, a director actually like not applied, but they
You created a whole movie out of what you're saying.
and dude, everyone fucking booed it, dude. They were boo this man, boo. Yeah. Meanwhile, I heard a story on YouTube. I listen to Reddit stories a lot, and one of them came from Smosh, and like they were talking about this one person who like, so at their place, their computers can only they have an AI system that has a certain amount of memory and a certain amount of storage and stuff like that. And this one coworker of theirs took basically everyone's allotted space because they created a full-on like smut novel written through AI, but it included people in their fucking work center, dude, and it was a full-on fantasy smut novel, dude. And it was like, I mean, dude.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, while there's people who are like, hey, let's create a movie, let's do all this stuff, you're always going to find those people like, computer, make these people make the boobies out.
The movie is really big.
Make the boobies out. And don't forget, bigger boobies.
Big boobies, nice booty. Yeah.
Big bobs. Big bobs. Big old bobs.
Show me your bobs.
All bobs. But dude.
Yeah, I think we'll start to see some pushback on all that stuff, and like, especially like I hope there's a lot of pushback on Mike Ezra-Hill's book, and like, dude, you didn't write it.
Yeah.
And I hope people aren't buying it because it's like, whether or not the information's good, I think the disingenuine like.
Yeah.
You didn't put the effort in.
Yeah. You had a computer do it for you, kind of
Yeah.
thing. I mean, but then again, this is all speculation. This is something someone told me. I don't really
Yeah.
know exactly if that's the case.
100%.
I will say though that it's like, man, at one point everyone was looking at like Dr. Mike as like dude, you are a pillar of fitness. You are blah
It's
blah
kind
blah.
of
But like lately,
done himself some disservice.
lately, his social standing has
Yeah.
pivoted fairly hard, and it sucks because I've for the people that know him, I've only ever heard really nice things about him. But anyway, with that being said, how are things going? How are you doing?
Good. Realize we're like 12 weeks away from November.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking with Brandon yesterday, and we were talking about his competition coming up in November, and we were talking about like prep and everything. I'm like, yeah, we'll start this about 12 weeks out. He's like, so like this week. I'm like, what? Oh fuck.
Damn, dude.
12
weeks out, and then 2026 is over. Well, no.
Well, close.
16
November,
weeks.
beginning of
Yeah,
November.
16 weeks, and then 2026 is over, dude.
I know. I was like, that hit me. That slapped me across the face. Like, well, shit. That means I gotta get my fucking ass in gear going.
Dude, same. Like, I'm trying to get down a little bit lower into my, on the weight scale just a little bit, and honestly, like, hopefully get to that point where end of the year I'll be at like 265-ish and just kind of stick around there and just kind of get strong there. But dude, like, time rolled so fast, dude, so fast.
It's crazy, yeah. But getting back into trying to be able to run, it's a little rough being as heavy as I am right now.
Yeah. How's that going, by the way?
Today was actually pretty decent. I think I did my normal distance in the shortest amount of time. It was under an hour, so
Fuck yeah.
So that was good. But yeah, just my feet, everything feels like cement.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to move this weight, but it is overall feeling better. Getting up there, and I think it'll help in the long run be able to get back into better shape. Get my cardiovascular levels up, cardiovascular endurance levels up. I think that'll help me kind of push things in the weight room a little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I also realized, like, all right, I'm sitting at like 274, 273 in the mornings, and I normally compete at 242.
Yeah.
So if I want to get down to that, we gotta get moving.
Well,
but I did my in-body today. My muscles up to 130 pounds of muscle.
Wow.
So that's gone up some from the last time I did it. So body fat was up a little bit, but nothing too crazy there.
You know, I've always wanted to do. I was telling you, I always wanted to do a DEXA scan. I've never done one before. I can tell you right now that like, man, I have been. I don't know. I remember one of the last episodes we talked about where it was like, oh, depending on what I guess to say what you're lacking will determine what you're kind of craving, what you end up craving and stuff like that. And it's like, man, I've been craving red meat like a motherfucker lately. Steak has been something that I've been like, oh, dude, that was fucking really good.
Yeah.
But like, I think as time goes on, especially as I'm dieting, like it's getting easier and easier for me to be like, no, I don't want that. No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it is as you do stay disciplined and like keep pushing it does get easier to stay on.
Oh yeah. I think so. Also, too, going into this weekend, we have the meet coming up at STS.
Yes.
And, dude.
Yeah. Your guys.
I have Chelsea and Jordy.
Are gonna be killing it.
Yeah. They're gonna do really, really well. Chelsea is very nervous. Very, very nervous. And
That's fair.
I'm like, all right, well, it's okay. The only thing that I'm wondering is, which is why it's just my only, I guess, like, quote unquote, my only bitch and gripe when it comes to like, when it comes to USPA meets, is that like, again, we're a week out. There's no lifting casts. There's no flights. There's no anything up right now. And I think it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, you just either gotta wait the day of or the day before to find out what flight you're in, which really sucks because if Chelsea is in flight A and Jordy's in flight D, then I'm gonna need someone to actually help me get them warmed up for and stuff like that.
I'm gonna be there, so I'll help you out.
Oh, you're gonna be there?
Yeah.
Are you? Mm-hmm. You better.
Fine, no, I'm not.
God damn it. Yeah,
I'll help you out.
Yeah, I'm also probably gonna get I'll have to bunch my training all the way from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but only because I could push it off to Sunday, but I'm like, no, fuck that. Sunday's the day. What day do you find that's like, you're like, okay, this is my day that I not only meal prep, but it's like, this is the day that I kind of like, it's for me.
That's on Sunday.
Exactly, right?
Meal prep, I clean, laundry, all that shit to get ready for the week, kind of set myself up for success for the week.
Yeah, and I think the issue that I'm getting to right now is that like I'll push all of my programming all the way to Sunday, and then try and get it done Sunday and / like early Monday morning, and like that's not good. Like Jen taught me a long time ago. She was like, no, you do a little bit throughout the week. Like you do like 1 or 2 programs here, do 1 or 2 programs there, and just like write their names out, cross them out, write their names out, cross them out. And it's like. But it's like,
and then you end up like
next thing you know, it's like 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday, and I'm like fucking sitting there like, dude, figuring out meat day numbers is so fucking time consuming.
Yeah.
Right, dude. It took me 25 minutes to really like lay out the plan that I thought of for Jordy and how I want him to go and stuff. But dude, it took me an hour to think about how I was going to do for Chelsea. An hour, brother.
Yeah.
And it was just because it was like, if I choose this, this is good. How's this going to work? I mean, she's done this before, but at the same time, it's like she would be better. She'd be more mentally at here, but then the jump from this to this is going to be fucking hellacious, and I don't want to do that. I'm like, I'm saying that, but
yeah.
But
well,
like,
that's what the struggles with nervous lifters is like whenever you get into uncharted territories, uncharted territories, you know how like they start getting in their head. Yeah. And like you got to kind of try to mitigate some of that, and it's like, cause like she's gotten a lot stronger. Yeah. So it's like I'm pretty sure she could probably easily be getting into new territory on her seconds. Right?
Yeah, just about. How I have it is her seconds are either her third attempt from her last meet,
Yeah.
or it's a PR.
Yeah. And then, and then so like,
that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's fucking huge.
yeah, I mean, that's what you want, but also it's like, you also gotta like, all right, how is she gonna mentally handle that? You know, like that's that whole side of it of like, you know, like, all right, is she gonna be struggling? Is she gonna, yeah. So, yeah, no, that's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's one of the struggles as a coach is like,
Yeah.
you know,
Can you
do you
believe
really
it?
care?
Yeah. Because it's also, yeah, like, I really care.
And
I
then
wanna
sometimes it's like just all goes to shit. You just kind of got to figure it out on the fly too. You know.
I knock on wood. I've yet to have someone in my roster bomb out. I got close. Mo got really close, but he pulled it out of his ass because he's a G, he's a G like that. But with that being said, also too, so which is going to go into our topic. But I also wanted to open the floor up to like, do you so this way we don't have to wait till we're ending. Do you have any peeves?
Well, talking about people, I do have a question that I've been thinking about. All right.
I won't kiss you. Push it forward. Yeah, push it
Yeah.
forward. Push it forward. We're not doing that. I've told you about 100 times that I'm
Well, maybe 101 will be the difference.
unless, are your socks on?
Yeah.
I'm not kissing you. I'm not kissing you. Unless your
No.
socks are on.
Oh.
Make it not gay.
Gotta get the creepy socks.
Give me the socks, give me the box, you know what I'm saying?
No.
For those of you hold on. For those of you that are gonna be like, yeah, that's really fucking disgusting. How can you say something like that? A girl told me that. Okay?
And it's a joke.
A girl told
It's a
me
joke.
that. Well, still though.
It's a joke.
Still though.
Yeah.
We have some sensitive Sallys out there.
Yeah.
What was your question?
My question is, so there are some people that get into the sport that are non-athletes, have never competed anything, you know, and they get into the sport and they want to try to compete and all that stuff. But it's like, you know, most people that have done sports, they like know when to turn it on, and like they like when it comes time to like, all right, I gotta perform.
Yeah.
They have a kind of another notch they can get into.
Yeah.
People that haven't done that are new to anything competitive, like, just can't seem to get it.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, okay, we're doing a PR, and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, so have you figured out a way to try to get those type of people to like get to that
Get
next?
there.
Yeah.
I can tell you that it's on person to person basis because,
Of course.
but
But is there anything you've noted, like anything specific that you've done?
yeah. So, well, one. So I'll be honest with you. You're looking at one of those people.
Yeah.
Outside of playing like little league and like that's it. Growing up, I didn't really play sports at all. I played music. I was really into music at one point, and then I got into the Navy, and then was like super into trying to get into special warfare, and was like, you know, okay, in order for me to, I have to go there and figure out like, what I've noticed that I've done to like get people to be like, all right, like this is, I have to do this. It's a combination of one, kind of like getting in their face a little bit, right? Obviously depending on the person. But for the most part though, it's telling them how much, it's getting them to remember how much they wanted this. You wanted this.
Yeah.
You wanted to get here. This is now your time. It's your turn, right? But I hate to say it, it's like, it's really hard because for me, sorry, I burped. For me, whenever I need to get there, sadly enough, I have to not think.
Yeah.
If I think, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking over because much like a lot of other people, I get very scared of what I'm about to do underneath the barbell.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing that I do, I almost have to like, I'm not saying I have to parent them, but I almost feel like I kind of step into that role just a little bit because I have to look at them and be like, hey, you've already done this.
Yeah.
You've done this. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And then I kind of have to kind of be like I have to kind of like not poke them, but kind of like motivate them in the sense of like being like you think these motherfuckers, you think they know who you really are? Yeah. You show them, show these people, show them what you are capable of, show them what you can do. Because I think also too, what a lot of people forget is that like, yes, they've never played a sport and they've never had a chance. They don't know how to turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
I almost kind of like to reframe it and think of it as more of they've never had the chance.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? They never had they never had the setting and the thing for them to really be able to do that. And so for me to be able to be like, this is your chance.
Yeah.
Get there.
Yeah.
Really get it in there. Because like for some people, they don't even actually like take for instance Jordy.
Yeah.
That dude is like exactly like when you walk over, you're like, all right, dude, it's your fucking turn to fucking do this. You can turn it on. He's like, oh man,
yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry. You know, I got it. Everything's moving pretty good right now. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like,
fine. All right, I'm trying to pep you up a little bit. Fuck.
But then you have like, geez, man, like. I haven't really seen any really like quote unquote psycho lifters in a long time. But like yeah, when I would get into it, like I would go to that place and like fucking go in and but then like after a while also too I kind of look back at those moments and I'm just like,
is that you know that?
Then you zero in. Just zero in. That's it. Focus up.
Well, I mean, that was your journey in trying to figure out what works for you. Yeah, it's always interesting because like I've had some people who are like, I'm afraid to make noise. Like, you know, I'm like, no, like, dude, fucking like, you gotta yell, like,
make a little rattle on the sack there, buddy.
I was telling one of my guys that, and once, the newer chick that Jordy brought in.
The shop.
Yeah. She was over there working out, and she heard me like my dog, like, you know, like, hey, like, she's like, yeah, like, yo, like, it's okay. Like,
yeah, fucking, come on.
But it was like, it is so interesting though, because it's like, you know, obviously he's never like done like that, so like he's, you know, like kind of nervous about like, hey, like, yeah, like run, you know. And I'm like, no, fucking like, let it out, like, let's go, come on.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I remember, dude, I don't know if anyone ever, because he does wrestling now, but he was one of the older lifters who used to be a part of the Strength Cartel. His name is Bruce.
Okay.
On Instagram, his name is like Toliona. He's he does wrestling, but when he was into powerlifting, like he would get himself so emotionally hyped that he would start crying on like before he would go and lift and stuff like that. And then there was like lifters like Yuri Belkin who would literally just like get up to the platform, stone face, nothing.
Yeah.
And just like lift, like go full. Like do what I do, I go full. And it's like pure execution. I've always been of the camp to just get absolutely fucking, you know. And I obviously it's like to fully answer your question, it's a lot of depending on the person. If the person doesn't believe in themselves very much, I motivate them through trying to show them how much they've accomplished.
Yeah.
To talk to them. If they're a little bit more nervous and more shy to let that part out, I get in their face and go, no, dude, no, bring it out. Let it out.
Yeah.
Fucking, this is your time. Let's go.
Yeah.
More times than not, the people that, I hate to say it, but the more times than not, the people that end up not wanting to like really be like that, they show themselves out.
Yeah.
After a while, you know what I mean? And well, I always implore though, like I always tell people, like, hey, when you get into this, like, because I'll even tell people too, like, it starts with little things first before we get to the big lifts, right? Like, if they go, oh, I failed that, and I watched that video, I go, you didn't fail that, you gave up.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it was just really hard. I was like, are you sure about that? Because looking at your video, you just gave up. You didn't fight. Where's your fight? Like, what's going on? And then they're like, it was just too heavy. I was like, are you sure it was too heavy, or are you sure you just didn't fight? Like, fight with this. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. If strength training was easy, then everyone would be a 600-pound bencher.
Yeah.
Everyone would be an 800-pound squatter. But no, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like usually the people, again, depending on the person, if you tell someone that and they're like, and they fucking grab their pearls and fucking leave. Okay, well then, sorry, I guess this wasn't meant for you. But then there are others that are just like, you're fucking right. I actually, you know what? I didn't push myself hard enough. Let's do it again. Yeah. Or let's run it until they run it the next week, and then you just see them. And you're like, there it is.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to teach, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
And it really does make a difference because your mental mindset going into, especially if you're at PR, hitting numbers like that, like that mental mindset going into it is so important.
Yeah. And again, but at the same time though, I think it's because again, I've always felt like it was a personal hit. Always. Yeah. That a lot of people will end up being like, well, if you never played a sport, you've never, like Stuart Locke always talks about, if you've never run the pads or done all that stuff, football wise, rugby wise, or whatever, then you're not going to really make it truly as a powerlifter. I'm like, that's not true. I didn't do any of that. I tried out, and they said, stop. I was like, oh, I get it. All right. And it's like, but that it didn't. But hell, I've totaled 2K 3 times, and it wasn't a 2K and then a slightly lower 2K, and it was like
you're almost at 21,
literally. And it's just hey, I would consider this a pretty good
goal.
Yeah,
not too bad.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. I was looking because I you know what motivates me lately? It's not watching other people. How did you know?
I just know you.
I'm telling you right now, there's a reel I just got done sending to a bunch of my friends. And my friends, I mean like people that hate the reels that I send them. And it's just a dude who strapped a dildo to a pole and is shadow like hitting the dildo and like shadow boxing it, and it made me laugh for 10 minutes straight for no other reason. Like there's like it's just him. I'll show it to you later because it's you can't do that. You can't do that here on this platform. And but it just made me laugh for legit 10 minutes straight of me just watching this dude fucking shadow box and dodge a mat. It's huge. This thing is fucking huge. Anyway.
Yeah.
But
what's been motivating you?
Oh yeah.
Besides penises.
I completely took a side. Yeah. So what's been like motivating me lately has been like I'll just go through a lot of the older powerlifters.
Yeah.
And I'll just see when their last meet was, just to kind of be like, when did you retire? When did you retire? And it's like so far I've been seeing that like Ed Cohen's last meet was when he was 44. And he totaled 2,300 at 44. Ronnie Coleman's last Mr. Olympia was at age 43. Donnie Thompson broke the 3,000 pound total in gear 41,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I see that shit and I go, oh, no,
Yeah, I mean, it's
not fucking done yet, guys.
Have
We're
you-
still going.
Have you told Liza yet?
Yeah, I've not. I am very, very much terrified of that conversation. Because her biggest thing is that she's like looking at me, she's like, I just want you to live your life. And it's like, in my head, I'm like, I am.
This is what I want to do.
This is what I want to do. I enjoy the cycle of train for as long as I can, mitigate injuries, mitigate this, eating right, getting the sleep I need. Yeah, okay, is it stressful sometimes? When training gets stressful, that's when I know when to pull back.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to be stressful. If you, mind you, okay, let me back up a second. If you care about something, yeah, of course it might be
It's
stressful.
more overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, yes.
Yeah.
But I love going in and having a goal and having a meet to go after, even if I don't do better at that meet. I don't get me wrong. I totaled 1940, then 1900, then 2K, then 2K, then 2K. God damn it, we're going for another goddamn 2K later. And this will be 21.
Yeah.
And then 2K at 242.
Yeah.
And then 2K at 220. Fuck yeah. Imagine 2K at all three different fucking...
I mean,
That's an accomplishment.
because usually people that total like that much in multiple weight classes, they go up. You'd be going down.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be pretty special.
Oh yeah. And you know what? I like special.
Yeah, you are.
But okay, so with that being said,
Let's get into the actual topic.
let's
for
get
the-
into the actual topic because now we're 37 minutes in. And I think we can talk about this because I'll be honest with you. What we're going to talk about was something that we actually learned a lot about at Kabuki. Kabuki, like the Kabuki coaches were huge on utilizing this certain thing that we're about to talk about.
Really?
We're going to go into velocity-based training, right? If you guys have ever seen those people who like have the little tiny box right next to either their bench, their squat, or their deadlift, and it's like a little string that's attached to the barbell. What it's doing is it's tracking the person's velocity and meters per second of the bar moving, right? And now you can utilize a certain. Now, mind you, okay, I deep dove into this, but at the same time, it's still one of those things where it's like, it's a tool to use for auto-regulation and RPE,
Yeah.
right? You can really plot a lot of data with this, right? And you can actually see by how, like looking at all of your strength blocks and all that stuff, when you use it, you can see how you're actually like progressing, because it can be like, oh, you end the block with let's say you end the block with a 415 squat moving at a 0.71 meters per second, right? Then you go through another 4 blocks, but then you come back, and now that 415 is your third week because you've gotten stronger, and now you're moving in at a 0.68 or 0.67 meters per second. So it's like, whoa, it's gotten faster. We're moving faster now, and that in a way in layman's terms, I'm not saying that that's the exact reason, but it's a good way to also see too, is that like, you know, oh, I moved this at a 0.71 last week, but now I'm moving it again and it's moving at a 0.75. We're fatigued.
Yeah.
Right? Upside to it, there's a lot of good stuff and a lot of good information. I mean, there are studies that have shown that a lot of not high velocity athletes, I would say, but they did a study on it for high jumpers, and they used it, and it was definitely a good way to be able to track progress and be able to allow them to be able to hit better numbers on their high jumps and stuff.
Yeah.
The big plus of it is that again, it's objective data that you can keep on hand and literally plot it for you or plot with you, and you can watch as how your numbers are going, and you can see. And like take for instance, if like let's say 380 was your close to 1 rep max or your 1 rep max at one point, and then you hit it one day and you hit it and it's a 0.91 or something like that, right? Meters per second. You're like, okay, wow, that's cool. That's a quote unquote close to RP9, right? Or an RP9. And then you go through, and then you hit it again, and it's a 0.88 or 0.87. And you're like, okay, so now this is objective data that shows that my 1 rep max has gotten more, and we're actually going in the right direction. Downsides to it, I've noticed is that you have to have moments to collect a giant data pool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it takes time to be able to build that data pool and be able to actually track it and stuff like that. So you can actually utilize it over a few blocks before you could really get a chance to be able to like use it to its full potential. And then lastly, those little velocity boxes, especially ones that hook up to your phone with an app, they are not cheap.
Yeah.
Those are a pretty penny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And again, it's like, but it's all the rage though. I've noticed that a lot of
it's gotten a lot more popular.
It's gotten a lot more popular because you can utilize that for an even more specific point of where your RPEs are at.
So it's a couple of things I want to clarify for you. The higher number is good when you're talking about velocity because that's more meters per second you're doing. So you want the higher number is a faster if it starts to drop. And if like your first reps going in at 0.9 meters per second, and then you drop to by your third rep it's at 0.85. Now you're slowing down.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I fucked that up. I apologize.
Just to clarify.
I fucked that up hardcore. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off now, and I'm going to go kill myself here super quick. Joking.
But yeah, so just but yeah, so it's a good tool for RPE. You can like, all right, if you grab like a 3x5 at RP7, you can see every rep. Okay, like it shouldn't drop a certain percentage.
Yeah.
And if it does, then you know, okay, that was an overshoot.
Yeah. And so you would measure it from the first rep to the last rep.
Correct.
Right? And you shouldn't see more than I think it's like a 2 to 5% drop or something like that. Or no, 10 to 20. 10 to 20.
Yeah, well, it depends on what the RPE you're shooting for. So if it's like a 7, you shouldn't see as much. But if it's like a 9 RPE and you're doing multiple reps there, then you'd expect like, okay, you're probably going to drop a significant amount.
Yeah.
So it's a good tool for that. So there's a cheaper way to do it. There was an app that I used for a little bit. It's literally just on your phone. There's an app, and it records from the side, and you're able to lock on to the end of the bar.
It's an app.
Yeah. And so basically, you lock on in the app. You have it running and recording, and it locks on to the end of the bar, and it follows the bar path.
Yeah.
So you get two things of information too with it, which is kind of neat. You can follow the bar path, so that'll tell you if you're coming straight up and down, or if you're coming down this way and doing that. So that's a good tool because it'll tell you like, all right, you're leaning too far forward, or your brace is coming up, or something. Different things in the movements. But then it also calculates out the velocity each rep. So that was kind of neat. Now that's a very cheap tool.
Yeah.
Way of doing it.
There's more times about people get the block with the string and the thing to attach and stuff, and it's like
those are a couple $100. Usually.
Yeah. I think the most expensive one, which is the newest one that just came out, is like Vortex or something. It's like almost $300.
Yeah. So there's cheap ways you can implement this into your training, and it also gives you a little more data too.
Yeah.
It's following your bar path. So that's a good tool. that you can potentially use to, if you like numbers and everything, like, I think that's the other thing is like, one of the issues with something like that is, people can get bogged down by numbers.
Yeah.
And like trying to get too much information. If you're one of those that like, I gotta get this, and this, like,
Yeah.
But it's definitely a good tool as a coach.
Very, yes. The other thing too, that is not a bad thing, I guess, but a lot of people will end up trying to think too much about the speed of the bar and not about how well that rep is executed, right? Because I'll tell you right now, like I've used it before, right? I'll be honest with you, I've never like, I have used velocity based the machine, but I've never actually used that whole method to actually track my thing.
Yeah.
It's mainly because, again, it's like, it was just too much for me, at least. For me, I've always been the kind of person that's like, give me a percentage, I'm going to shoot for it, and I'm going to do it. Whether it looks like shit or not, I'm going to fucking do it. And like, so I could tell that when I did strap that thing on, I was like, okay, so if I move this faster, then it's better, right? So then it got to a point where I was just thinking about trying to move the barbell fast and not trying to actually like hone in my technique and be right. So for those of you that are actually looking to try and get into this, like, not so much don't think about the bar speed, but kind of don't, basically, think about trying to execute the lift to the best of your ability, and however fast it is, that's just
data that you collect after is just data you use to then figure out, all right, what do we do next? How is this actually moving? Yeah, that's 100% correct.
I'll be honest with you too. I don't really understand it too much. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I tried, and I watched videos. I have the charts on my phone. I looked at all, like, I have some studies that show that how good it is.
Yeah.
But it's also too one of those things where it's like, okay, so if it drops off, is that bad? Like during the thing, and I'm looking at it, it's like, it's not so much bad. It's just, again, it's all just data.
It's just data.
It's just data to be able. Is it data or data? Anyway, to be able to just
data daddy.
Yeah, to be able to just plot, right? And it's like, but of course, again, in my brain, which is a very like, I want to make sure I'm doing good. My brain goes, okay, so if I get this number, but my third rep is my second, third, and fourth rep are these numbers, does that mean I suck ass at these numbers, and I'm just really good at my first rep? Like, what the fuck does this mean? Or is it like, what's going on? And it's like, I remember I did a set with the velocity tracker on, and my first rep was dog shit, right? It was like, what are you doing? But then like second rep was great, third rep was okay, and then fourth rep was gross. And it was like, and it was like, but again, it was like looking at that, I was like, okay, do I just plot this? Do I just keep this in my dome or something like that?
Yeah.
And it was, I've always just never understood what zone you're supposed to be in, or like, oh, okay, well, this is how it's supposed to be. No one, like, they tried really hard to explain it to us at Kabuki, and I feel like, I don't know if you've ever had this happen before, where it's like, you're in a group of people, and they explain the rules of something, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, I get it, and you're the only one there like, I get this.
No.
I don't know what this means.
No, that's not happening.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Look at fucking Andrew McBigdick over here, dude. He fucking knows everything. He's good at everything. Not me. Not you. Just him. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. Jesus. And I'm just, would you want me to go? Do you want me to go outside and fuck myself, or do you want me to?
Right here.
Do you want me to fuck myself right here? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. You heard it here first, folks. Let's go fuck myself.
You can
You want me to use that?
Is
I can't. But
Yeah, it's so.
wait, do you use it with some people, or have you used it?
No, I've never done a full like. I've never really gotten that deep into like trying or anything. But I think it's one of those things. I think you have to kind of use it for a while to get a baseline and kind of figure out like the patterns with a lifter before you start to actually like implement. Like, okay, now we're gonna train based off of this. I don't think you can just go straight into like a program and be like, all right, we're gonna go straight into using this as the way we move forward and program you. Imagine you kind of got to figure out like, all right, this is how these are the tendencies with this person, and these are how you have to get a good baseline first before you.
Yeah, I think people have also been able to use it to be able to like know when a person needs like a deload and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's like
You start to see the velocity really drop off, and okay,
yeah.
take a little rest. Again, I think that also goes into like the reason why probably we don't like RPE, stuff like that. I think there's a lot. It's a little more like sciencey,
And even then, that's not a bad thing. If anything, the velocity tracker could keep someone a little bit more honest with their RPE, right? Of course, it's like again, of course, I've seen people be like, yeah, that was definitely a 7. Bro, that was a 0.6 of the velocity or something.
Shit yourself when
you're
you're doing it,
dude. Like,
yeah. No, I could definitely see where that would be helpful for an RPE system. But I think we kind of train people a little differently than that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I don't think it would necessarily. I don't think we would ever use it, but I think it's an interesting tool with a lot of science coming out around it. So if you are interested in all the science-based lifting and like actually following some of the stuff that's coming out, was why we brought it up. Was like, okay, there's been a number of recent studies that have come out to show the effectiveness of it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. Dude, like I've seen quite a bit of people like when I first searched it to be like, all right, let me ingratiate myself back into this a little bit.
Yeah.
Calgary Barbell was one of the ones that really pushed for that. And again, like I said, Kabuki was very big on it. Yeah. They used the velocity based training with Chris Duffin when he was doing his 1,000-pound goals.
Yeah.
And again, it was so that this way they can like really see in real time. Okay, he's hitting this at this velocity. Like bump him up just a little bit more, so this way that hits this velocity, and then that way next week he can go for this with this velocity. And it's like, again, this is all like Kyle and Brandon Sen just like being just taking this to a whole new level of nerdism, and just being able to like, because like I'll tell you right now, just picking like other coaches' brains whenever you're trying to like learn how to do stuff is like, if you have someone, there's like there's people who do the velocity based training, but there are also people who are strictly RPE.
Yeah.
But they're like imperative. You need to send me videos, and I need to see in time what you're doing, and just like they just data point all that shit, right? And it's like they also look at like, I need videos of your main movements of your accessories as well, so this way I can look and make sure that your accessories are moving at the RPE that I want them to. And it's it's all data point. Meanwhile, I'm running off of Google Sheets, and I'm sitting here like, can you send me your main movements, please? And then they're like, here, you get one bench. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate you. Can I get a squat? No. You don't get a squat. I'm like, I just want a squat. And they're like, no, you're not going to get a squat. You're a little fat girl. And I'm like, I'm not a little fat. They're like, say it. I'm like, I'm a little fat girl.
You're looking some trauma there.
It's fucking John Mulaney. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's like, it's definitely something that can use, especially high level athletes. That's how Olympians train like that. They use all sorts of data. They have whole teams standing by, going and looking at like, all right, like how fast did you get off the block for the sprint? And like, all right, can we make it faster?
Yeah.
So like that's where like data can be really cool. Is like, all right, like especially you're trying to get every little ounce out of somebody.
Yeah, I think I have. I'm sorry, folks. I'm gonna pull out my phone here, just because I saved a little bit of the. I have it here. Boom. There's like you see, there's velocity-based training zones.
Yeah.
I could show you guys, but no. No, I'm just kidding. But from what I'm seeing here so here it says light loaded power 0.8 to 1 meter per second, right? Maximal strength is actually 0.17 to 0.4 meters per second, so that's like 85% or above. And like the velocity drop off, here we go. So for light loaded power movements, velocity drop off would be a 5 to 10% drop off, whereas for maximal strength is like 25 to 35%.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, again, it's like, you keep I remember now. Fuck, I remember now. Okay, when we were going through the coach's certification through Kabuki, they gave us a literal chart that you're just like, that you like hung up, that you can just hang up right next to you, and you're just like, someone sends you your velocity, you just like look at it, and then okay, so you stayed in the zone I wanted you, and I was just like, did you hit all 4 reps? You did. Cool, you're going heavier next week. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't, like. Now, mind you, again, like all this is just showing. This is all showing my mental capacity for coaching. Okay, there are those that have a higher level or higher threshold of mental capacity to be able to coach people, and it's like these are the people that it's like I don't know if Kyle still has people doing it or whatever, but it's like definitely like some people do still utilize that. I think Brandon Morgan still does as well, and like a bunch of other coaches, they utilize that as data points as well. But I feel like at the same time, it's like it's really good to probably do with like max 5 people. Again, this is just my thought process. It's like because like building that out for like a whole roster of like 20 plus people, after a while, it's going to get to a point where you're just like it's a lot of members, and you're going to sit there like this.
Well, and most people don't need that level of like detailed programming. Most people just need some guidance and like, all right, like we're still practicing the main movements, so like adding in a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But I'd say like the high level, maybe like you're like, all right, let's figure out like to the pound. What I should be doing,
Yeah. I definitely feel like also too, if I was going to here's where I could mentally have the capacity to be able to be like, okay, this is how we're gonna do this. Is if the person is like, well, I don't really work well with percentages. I kind of like to do things more RPE. I'd be like, oh, bet. Okay, get this velocity tracker.
Yeah.
This is how we know we're going to be able to, because motherfucker, like
you just want to be lazy.
There's again, like we've talked about before, there's 2 camps of people, right? Whenever it comes to RPE, you have the people that are just like, that was definitely a 7, and you're like, dude, I don't think you tried.
Yeah.
Like that looked like a 6 at best. And then you have the other people who were like, that was definitely a 7, and you're like, brother, your spine's on the deadlift platform.
Yeah, you literally are bleeding from your eyes.
Yeah. And they're like, no, I was definitely a 7. I could have fucking done more. And you're just like, I don't think so. Then you hit that, but not with a velocity tracker. You can be like, that was definitely a 7. You move that at yeah, you move that at a 0.17. That's not a 7.
Yeah.
That's like a 9. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it too, is that like, I mean, like, I honestly would love to, now that I'm thinking about it and I'm like kind of grasping it, like having my brain actually like grasp it, I would like to try it.
Interesting.
Just to have like, maybe like go, not do, it wouldn't be one block. I would have to go through it like, I would have to go through at least like a good couple of blocks to really like push it and stuff like that. But man, like,
it'd be interesting to see.
Interesting.
See, he's got. I think the big thing is you have to stay pretty organized with it, and like not like wait till Sunday to like figure out all the data.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be me doing this.
Yeah.
It like I would be sending those numbers to Jen, and Jen would have to deal with it, not me.
Hey Jen, so we got a good idea for the next block.
We're gonna do this.
I want to be there for that conversation.
Oh, sheep. No. No, knowing her, she'd be like, okay, yeah, that sounds like fun. And then later on, once I leave, you'd be like, so how do you really feel about this? She'd be like, this is gonna be so much fucking work, and I really don't want to fucking do it. Because that's it. I'm not saying Jen is like I'm not saying that Jen would be like fake or whatever. No, it's just that like when you present her with something that you're excited with, she's originally and authentically at that moment excited with you. Like she gets excited with you, and then once you walk away and it processes through her, then she realizes what goes into it, and then she's like, oh, like take for instance, right? We told her once, we were like, let's go do a VR room. Right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun, let's fucking do it. And then, everyone else was like, oh, yeah. And they all left, and then I looked at her and I was like, how do you really feel about the VR room? And she goes, it's going to be a lot, isn't it? I'm like, it's a lot of moving things, and it's going to be it's going to be scary. A little bit scary, because it was the zombie one. And she goes, I don't think I have the energy for that. I'm like, see, you should have said something. She's like, I was excited in the moment. I was like, yeah, but that's not you, buddy. It's okay. That's all right. It's completely fine. But yeah, like, I personally would like to at least give it a go and see what it would be like, because it's like, man, if you can like really dial in your numbers like that. Yeah, that way you're just like, there's no guesswork. You're just like,
interesting to see how effective that
it's like maybe 675 for 3 might work. It's like, no, dude, you have a velocity of this, hit this. And it's like, all right, well, I hit that for 690 for 3. And you're like, fuck yeah. Yeah. And then you come. I don't know. Like that sounds like about right. Yeah. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to do a small little like recap. So, for those that are interested in doing velocity-based tracking or velocity-based training, what was the app that you used?
I don't remember.
Fucking.
Let me see if I still have it.
God damn it. So, for those of you that are interested in it, if you just Google the velocity-based tracker or velocity-based training chart, there's a bunch that you can find that are super easy to read. And if you use this app that he's gonna try and fucking unfucking find, or you can actually get the box yourselves and actually like use it to pin to your actual barbell and use it that way. And it's a great way to be able to really like hone in on what your RPE is looking for. It's great data to have to be able to auto-regulate, as well as to really make sure that in real time you can see objective data that shows that you're not only improving, but also too when to pull back when you are training. And I think the biggest thing that you would say is a downfall is making sure that you're within the actual ranges that you're supposed to be in, making sure that, making sure that you have the data that you need in order to make sure that you're actually building that foundation. But then also to the money aspect of trying to get the actual box, because the box usually sometimes comes with an app on its own. Did you find it?
I did find it.
Oh, okay. What's the app?
It's called WL Analysis.
WL, or weightlifting analysis,
Yeah.
right?
But it's WL. Yeah, so it tracks the bar path, and then has the velocity down here.
Oh, that's sick. For those of you that are actually watching, he's showing me on, or listening, he's showing me on his phone, and it's actually not anything really. It's gay porno that he's showing me in real time. I'm totally desensitized to it by now, so because he shows me on a daily basis at least some sort of scene he's found. He's like, look at this. Anyway, but
they're really impressive scenes.
what we can do, hopefully in editing, or at least so we can maybe throw up the
Gaping bubbles.
No, that's for us. That's for later.
Oh.
No, we can throw up the logo, or at least what it looks like on the screen, if possible, maybe. And that way we can at least be like, that's what it looks like. You can go in and right. The bar path thing is very, very useful. I will say, just on a side note, bar path, knowing where bar path, because you can see whether or not if you sit too far into your toes or if you sit too far into your heels. You can also see like if your torso's moving too much or if your torso's not moving enough, yada, yada, yada. You can also see whether or not the bar is staying within midfoot, which is good stuff to have, especially if you're trying to really hone in and sharpen the sword of your technique. Yeah, as the kids say. So that's
yeah, it's a neat tool.
It's a neat tool to have. With that being said, do you have anything else?
We are trying out a new thing. This was actually live on YouTube.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it says live up at the top.
Oh, brother, I saw this, the red thing on the bottom. It's like, oh, we're recording.
It's recording and posting live right now on YouTube.
No, I know.
So
look at us.
So something we talk about trying.
Look at that.
Is we'll go live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And our
when we're actually doing like
when we're
recordings. Oh, sick.
And so if any of you want to participate, there's like a chat function in there. So
where's the chat?
It's over here.
No one talked to us.
No, nobody knew about it.
Hey, you're right. Yeah, that was stupid.
Well, no, actually, I could go into the actual YouTube view.
Oh shit.
But Sick. So something we'll start doing.
There's one person watching.
That's us.
I just see. Everybody don't know this shit.
But yeah, so that'll be something we can we're gonna start doing, and I'll be posting it on our story on Instagram. Probably I'll try to get in like an hour before we actually get into record. And if you guys want to join in, you can
throw up questions and start
talk to us.
That was, dude. I think that might be
some.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that would be awesome. I'm sorry,
especially with the way of guests coming. People can ask questions for our guests.
Oh yeah, because that's gonna be. Is Keith on there? Show me your tits, Keith. God.
Show me your wiener.
So come hang out with us. We'll be live now. So come hang out. Come say what's up, and we love you guys. And thanks for sticking around.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe.
Spread
Tell people about us.
Exactly.
Tell people about us.
Thank you.
That's how we grow.
Yes.
We want to grow, get better,
and
so we can get bigger people on here.
Hell yeah! And start actually.
We actually got a big guest coming on here soon.
Yes, we do.
A couple weeks.
And I'm excited. Are they excited? I don't think they're excited.
He's done a lot of podcasts. So
of course he has. Yeah.
But it's cool.
Very cool.
Former West Side guy.
He's gonna be here
gonna be here
in
with us.
person. Oh my god.
You actually get to meet him.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Take it easy. Love you all. Be safe and take care.